100% sure if I like how that ended. I don't know. Like, that felt so... Like, I feel like the last hour where we're kind of, like, catching up, seeing, you know, what everyone's up to and seeing how everyone's doing, like, while cute, I feel like it could have definitely been a lot shorter. Because, yeah, I feel like the pacing was so good up until that point, and then, like, I feel like the last... like the wrap up just felt very long and like kind of unnecessarily long as well. For me, it kind of felt a little too perfect. Like it felt like we were wrapping everything up into like a nice little neat bow, and that's kind of like what made it sus to me for so long. Was like, oh, this, like, I know that Genshin kind of likes to wrap everything up in a nice like little bow, but it was just like it felt too perfect. Especially after like everything that we just witnessed, and like it's just like, oh, okay, like, you know, the burning of Irminsul and like Nahida being tied to it and like the doctor and everything like that, and then it's just like, yeah, so after these events everything just goes back to normal and nothing's changed. There's no consequences of these actions, and here's like a very heart-filled, mushy kind of like last hour of the quest where we get to see everyone and kind of and see how everyone's doing. So yeah, like that's so interesting. I think like in general the quest was really good. Like especially I would say like it's definitely going to be something that I would like to kind of go back and potentially watch like someone else play through it once or twice to kind of like solidify my overall enjoyment or feeling of it. I feel like there was a lot of prep work for the payoff that we got. Like it, because we spent all of Act 9 and pretty much half of Act 10 essentially like preparing everything and going through the motions. And I don't necessarily have an issue with it. I feel like that the way that they presented it didn't make it boring or anything like that. I think that they sprinkled in enough stuff when they needed to kind of keep you on your on at the edge of your seat, kind of like wondering how everything goes and what's going to happen next type thing. But yeah, I feel like, and it's also, I don't know, like I feel like I have so many more questions now. Like it kind of sucks that like Dottore wasn't the one who actually burnt down the Irminsul tree. Like granted, he did have, I would say he did kind of have a hand in it, but he wasn't the one who lit it ablaze. That was Nahida with the pyronosis, which is very interesting. And then the pyronosis just being gone as if it never existed in the first place, and like there's no trace of it. So yeah, I feel like I have to go back and like either A, rewatch someone play it, or potentially like watch a highlighted video where people go into like more of the lore, because I feel like there's so many things that I'm kind of missing, which I always feel like that's kind of me when it comes down to a lot of these quests. Sometimes I'm like, yes, like on the surface is a good quest, but like there's so much going on underneath, and I feel like in a lot of cases there's like double meanings behind a lot of people's words or a lot of the scenes that we're seeing. But yeah, so I'm like, it was a good quest. I enjoyed it. I don't know, I like, I feel like the end, I feel like the very, very end, when we were seeing everyone, you know, basically live happily ever after, just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know, like I feel like there should be more, I feel like there should be consequences to, you know, burning down the Irminsul tree, and I'm hoping that we'll see those consequences later on, or even in Snezhnaya to begin with. It just sucks that we didn't really see a lot of those. We didn't even get a hint of what like consequences would come from this in this quest, which I think is kind of, I think my issue with it is just like, oh, here's this crazy major event that happened, but like, oh, it's changed absolutely nothing. The burning of Irminsul, whatever. Like there's nothing, you know, there's no consequences of that. So I'm like, I wish, yeah. So I think that that's kind of my major kind of like letdown was like, oh, I'm kind of curious to see how this would affect the characters or the world or whatever, and there was really nothing that kind of came out of it. But like overall, it was really, really good. Yeah, like I enjoyed it. Anyway, that's enough rambling.